Welcome to the Gripping Plots. Many of you watched Game of Thrones and became fan of it. If you want to know some movies which have that kind of vibe, you are at the right place. In this video, we are mentioning about top 10 epic battle action movies. I personally watched all of them, and according to my test, I count down them. It can be different from viewers to viewers. Meet you at the other side of the intro. Our number 10 countdown is Robin Hood. Directed by Ridley Scott, this movie gives a fresh spin on the classic tale of the Prince of Thieves. Set in medieval England, it follows Robin Longstride, played by the ever-charismatic Russell Crowe, as he returns from the Crusades to find his homeland in turmoil. But this isn't your typical Robin Hood story. Instead of just focusing on stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, this movie dives deeper into the political intrigue and power struggles of the time. You've got corrupt officials, secret alliances, and plenty of action-packed battles to keep you on the edge of your seat. And let's not forget about the romance, because every good adventure needs a little bit of love thrown in, right? Robin's fiery relationship with Maid Marian, played by the talented Cate Blanchett, adds an extra layer of heart and emotion to the story. Released in 2010, Robin Hood is a thrilling ride from start to finish. With breathtaking visuals, epic fight scenes, and a powerhouse cast, it's a must-watch for anyone who loves a good old-fashioned adventure. Our number 9 countdown is 300 Inch. Directed by the visionary Zack Snyder. Set in ancient Greece, this movie tells the legendary tale of the Battle of Thermopylae, where 300 Spartan warriors stood against the mighty Persian army led by the ruthless King Xerxes. Gerard Butler stars as King Leonidas, the fearless leader of the Spartans, who leads his small but mighty army into battle against impossible odds. These guys are like the ultimate badasses. They're tough as nails, they're trained to perfection, and they've got abs of steel. But 300 isn't just about epic battles and epic pecs, it's also a visual feast for the eyes. Snyder's signature style, with its slow-motion action sequences and bold color palette, gives the movie a larger-than-life feel that'll leave you breathless. Released in 2007, 300 was a game-changer in the world of action cinema. It pushed the boundaries of what was possible on screen, and it inspired a whole new generation of filmmakers. And let's not forget about the iconic lines, "This is Sparta." Our number 8 countdown is Exodus, Gods and Kings. Directed by the one and only Ridley Scott, this movie is a modern take on the biblical tale of Moses and the Exodus from Egypt. Now, imagine Christian Bale stepping into the sandals of Moses, leading his people, the Israelites, out of slavery. But hold on tight, because this ain't your grandma's Sunday school story. Ridley Scott brings his signature style and cinematic magic to the table. But wait, there's more. This movie isn't just about action and adventure. It delves into deeper themes of faith, freedom, and the human spirit. As Moses grapples with doubt and uncertainty, he discovers the strength to lead his people to their promised land. Released in 2014, Exodus, Gods and Kings is a visual masterpiece, with mind-blowing CGI effects that bring the ancient world to life like never before. And with a star-studded cast including Bale, Edgerton, and Sigourney Weaver, the performances are absolutely top-notch. Our number 7 countdown is Braveheart. Directed by the legendary Mel Gibson, this movie is like a roller coaster ride through medieval Scotland, filled with battles, romance, and a whole lot of freedom fighting. It has William Wallace, played by Gibson himself, leading a ragtag group of Scottish rebels against the tyrannical English rule. And let me tell you, folks, he's not messing around. Wallace is the ultimate warrior, with a heart of gold and a fierce determination to win back his country's freedom. But it's not just about the battles. There's also a sweet love story brewing between Wallace and the lovely Princess Isabella, played by Sophie Marceau. Their romance adds a whole new layer of emotion to an already intense story. Our number 6 countdown is Napoleon. It is a historical epic directed by Ridley Scott, the mastermind behind classics like Gladiator. This time, Scott delves into the life of the iconic French leader Napoleon Bonaparte, focusing on his rise to power and his tumultuous relationship with his wife Josephine. In this film, Joaquin Phoenix steps into the shoes of Napoleon, bringing his charisma and intensity to the role. Opposite him, Vanessa Kirby shines as Josephine, capturing the complexities of her character and her passionate connection with Napoleon. Released in 2023, Napoleon made its debut in Paris before hitting theaters worldwide. This collaboration between Apple Original Films and Sony Pictures Releasing brought the grandeur of Napoleon's story to audiences everywhere. Our number 5 countdown is The Last Samurai. It's a whole lot of samurai sword-swinging excitement. It's the late 19th century, and Japan is going through some major changes. Traditional samurai warriors are fading away as modernization sweeps across the land. Enter Captain Nathan Algren, played by the one and only Tom Cruise. Algren's a former soldier with a troubled past, and he's hired by the Japanese government to teach their army some modern warfare tricks. But here's where things get interesting. He gets captured by a badass group of samurai rebels led by the legendary Katsumoto, played by Ken Watanabe. Instead of squashing him like a bug, Katsumoto sees something in Algren. He takes him under his wing, and Algren starts to learn the ways of the samurai. Cue the epic training montages and intense battle scenes. With stunning visuals, heart-pounding fight sequences, and a killer soundtrack, this movie packs a serious punch. It's like a roller coaster of emotions, taking you on a wild ride through history and leaving you on the edge of your seat until the very end. Our number 4 countdown is The Hobbit. The movie series is like a prequel to The Lord of the Rings, also based on J.R. Tolkien's books. It's a thrilling adventure that follows Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit who's not really into going on crazy journeys, but ends up going on one anyway. The story starts when Gandalf the Wizard shows up at Bilbo's door and convinces him to join a group of dwarves on a quest to reclaim their homeland, which has been taken over by a scary dragon named Smaug. Bilbo isn't exactly a hero at first, but as the journey goes on, he grows braver and cleverer, facing all sorts of challenges and dangers along the way. There are epic battles, encounters with strange creatures like trolls and giant spiders, and plenty of twists and turns. The movies are filled with stunning visuals, amazing landscapes, and some really cool action scenes. And just like The Lord of the Rings, there's also a lot of heart and friendship woven throughout the story. Our number 3 countdown is Lord of the Rings. It is a super epic movie trilogy based on the books by J.R. Tolkien. It's set in a magical world called Middle-earth and follows the journey of a group of heroes trying to save the world from the Dark Lord Sauron. The story kicks off with a little hobbit named Frodo Baggins who inherits a powerful ring from his uncle, Bilbo. But this isn't any ordinary ring. It's the One Ring, and it holds a ton of dark power that Sauron wants to use to take over Middle-earth. Frodo teams up with his friends, including other hobbits like Sam, Merry, and Pippin, as well as humans, elves, and dwarves, to take the ring to Mount Doom, where it was forged, and destroy it. Along the way, they face all sorts of dangers, including scary creatures like orcs and the creepy Gollum, who used to own the ring. The trilogy is filled with epic battles, breathtaking landscapes, and amazing characters like the wise wizard Gandalf, the brave Aragorn, and the fierce warrior elf Legolas. But it's not just about fighting evil. It's also about friendship, loyalty, and overcoming impossible odds. The movies are known for their stunning visuals, incredible special effects, and a soundtrack that'll give you chills. Our number 2 countdown is Gladiator. It is a super awesome movie that's packed with action, drama, and a bit of history. It came out in 2000 and quickly became a favorite for many people. The story follows a guy named Maximus, who's a super skilled Roman general. But things go totally wrong for him when the evil Emperor Commodus does something really bad. Commodus wants to be all-powerful and doesn't like that Maximus is so popular with the people. So, Commodus does this sneaky move and tries to get rid of Maximus by hurting his family and making him a slave. But Maximus is tough and doesn't give up. He becomes a gladiator, fighting in arenas for his life and for revenge against Commodus. There are epic battles in the arena, where Maximus shows off his skills and wins the hearts of the crowd. And there's also a lot of drama as Maximus tries to outsmart Commodus and bring justice to Rome. It's a gripping story with amazing performances, especially by Russell Crowe who plays Maximus. Plus, there's plenty of thrilling fight scenes and a really powerful soundtrack that adds to the excitement. Our number 1 countdown is Troy. It is a movie that's all about big battles, heroes, and ancient Greek myths. It came out in 2004, and it's based on the famous story The Iliad by Homer. The movie is set during the Trojan War, a big war between the Greeks and the Trojans. It's got a bunch of famous characters like Achilles, Hector, and Helen of Troy. The main story is about Achilles, played by Brad Pitt, who's like the superstar warrior of the Greeks. He's super strong and basically unstoppable in battle. But he's also got some flaws, like being kind of arrogant. The Greeks want to take over the city of Troy, but it's not going to be easy cause they've got this big, tall, tough dude named Hector leading their army. He's like the hero of the Trojans. There's also this whole love triangle thing going on with Helen, who's considered the most beautiful woman in the world. Her running away with this guy Paris is what sparked the whole war in the first place.